Hey, my name is Mike, and I've been playing World of Warcraft for almost 10 years, and in that time I've accumulated a little bit of knowledge about the game, so I'd like to share some of that with you. In this video, we'll go over some of the basic vocabulary you'll hear throughout your time in World of Warcraft. Soulbound means an item is bound to your character. You cannot trade it, sell it on the auction house, or mail it. This item is yours. You can sell this to a vendor though. Bind on equip, or BOE items, are items that you can sell or trade whenever you want. However, if you equip the item, it will become soulbound to you. Bind on pickup, or BOP items, are items that will bind to you upon being looted and will be soulbound immediately. If you see unique on a piece of gear, that means that you can only equip one of that item at a time. You'll find this on rings and trinkets, as you can wear 2 of each. Items that show up in green text are uncommon items, blue text are rare items, purple text are epic items, and orange text are legendaries. An AoE is an area of effect ability. It's an ability that hits more than one enemy at a time. CC stands for crowd control. It's when you incapacitate one or more mobs in a group. You'll often see this in dungeons or raids, as pulling large groups of mobs may be deadly. LOS stands for line of sight, and it is a mob or player's ability to hit you. If you are not in line of sight of a mob, it means the mob cannot hit you, nor can you hit it. If you are not in line of sight of your healer, that means something is obstructing your healer's view of you, such as a pillar or being too far away from them, and they cannot reach you to heal you. FC stands for flag carrier, and you'll see this most often in PvP when you're playing Capture the Flag. EFC means enemy flag carrier, and OFC means our flag carrier. Having aggro means you have the attention of a mob. For example, this mob is fighting me and I have aggro. However, in this dungeon, the tank is picking up all the mobs and he has aggro because they're all attacking him. Threat is the measurement of how much aggro you have on a mob. By default, it displays in the bottom right when you hover over an enemy. Tanks want to continue to build and hold threat on the mobs during a fight. If a DPS happens to get aggro on a mob, they'll want to drop their threat, so the next highest person in threat, hopefully the tank, can pick up aggro. A buff is a beneficial spell cast on you by either yourself, other players, or NPCs. An example of a buff is a warrior's battle shout, as it increases your attack power by a certain amount. On the default UI, these will appear at the top of your screen beside your minimap. A debuff is a non-beneficial spell that is cast on you by enemy players or mobs. An example of a debuff is a spell that reduces your armor by a certain percent for a few seconds. On the default UI, these also show up near your minimap, but underneath your buffs. A dot is a damage over time ability. These can be cast on you and by you. Dots are a good way to damage an enemy while running away from their attacks. If a dot is cast on you, it will show up as a debuff. A hot is a heal over time ability. These two can be cast on you and by you. Hots are a good way to have a consistent stream of healing on yourself or other players. If a hot is placed on you, it will show up as a buff. DPS stands for damage per second. It also describes damage dealers. An alt is an alternative character or just any other character that you have. For example, my main character is my warrior, but I have numerous other characters or alts, such as a hunter I use specifically for PvP. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. You can navigate through all the guides using this screen. You can also follow me on social media if you're interested. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.